Hi, everyone. It's Deb Cottle with Motivational Moments, and welcome to this episode on a Wednesday afternoon at noon. I look forward to these sessions so much, and I appreciate your attention to the messages and your comments and your calls and your emails. And I feel like hopefully I am making a difference, and I really appreciate your support. As you know, these are unscripted, they are divinely guided, I think. It is certainly intuitive, and I literally find things to talk about minutes before or 30 minutes before, but I always am guided as to what I feel we need to know, we need to learn, or we need to experience because we're all on this path together. Nobody has all the answers. And I'm finding myself inspired to talk about change and transitions because so many people I know are going through huge transitions. Either there's a death in the family, they're moving, they're changing jobs, they're making huge changes in all areas of their lives. So I think it's important to understand, first of all, that it's normal to go through change, but it also can be very stressful. As you know, even if you're making a life change for a job or moving to another state, and it might be something that you had planned and that it's an expected change and that you're looking forward to it, it's still stressful, or it can be stressful because there's so many moving parts to making a change and to going through a transition because you've got to say goodbye to the past, to your friends or to your job or to whatever the experience is that you're leaving behind. And then there's a bit of the fear of the unknown, of moving forward to a new experience. So that's normal. But also, what I found out is that there are life changing experiences that could cause us more distress, more anxiety, even depression. And I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer because that's far away from my mentality and my spiritual beliefs. But one thing that did alarm me, but I'm so glad I read it. I Googled transitions and I came up with an article by a psychologist. His name is Dr. Drew Edelman, and I may post that after we're done here. And he talks about change and about how even if it's a positive change that it does affect us and that we have to be aware that it will affect us in different ways, positively, negatively, or just in general. So as I was reading his article about transition, he talks about something called adjustment disorder. Listen to this. A diagnosis of adjustment disorder can occur when a major life stress or change disrupts normal coping mechanisms and makes it difficult or impossible for a person to cope with new experiences. Symptoms of an adjustment disorder begin within 3 months of a life transition and often include a depressed or anxious mood, changes in daily habits, feelings of overwhelming stress and panic, difficulty enjoying activities, and changes in sleeping or eating. This condition may also lead an individual to engage in reckless or dangerous behavior, avoid family and friends, or even have thoughts of suicide. Whoa. Now, I didn't want to alarm you, but I did want to read that to you so that if you do know someone that is having difficulty going through a major transition and not handling it well, maybe they're starting to distance themselves from you or family or other situations, and you notice their behavior is different. So make sure that you reach out to those, especially those people that are alone, because a lot of times it's so much harder being alone going through a transition or going through depression. But I thought that article was very interesting to me that there actually is a disorder called adjustment disorder. And like I said, it could be mild, medium, or severe. And so we just want to be aware of that. And I will send you a text or on our Facebook page about Dr. Drew Edelman because I thought it was very interesting in all areas of transitions, positively and negatively. But it does bring the fact around that it's okay to change and go through transitions, and it is okay to feel that we are changing. That's very normal. And there also is normalcy in moving forward. There is this fear of the unknown and making a change and wondering if it's going to work out the way we want it to be, or we're not sure how it's going to work out, but we know that change is imminent. So that brings me to my second point as I went to the doctor yesterday and I was feeling things that I hadn't felt in a long time, and it was more tiredness, more anxiousness. Is that a word? Anxiousness? More anxious. How about that? And other symptoms that I thought, you know what? I know that I'm going through transformation and transition, and that's a good thing. But what if there's something physical that I should pay attention to? And it was time for my yearly physical anyway. But when I sat down and talked to my doctor about the symptoms I was experiencing, she reminded me very kindly that everyone is a little off. We've all been going through COVIDness. We all have had effects. Uh, I think she called it a COVID hangover this year because as things are opening up, we still have this hesitancy of getting together in groups or being out and about in restaurants and bars and events with a lot of people. So we've been kind of closed up. Our lives have changed, our work has changed, our relationships have changed. So what I guess I want to tell you, and based on my experiences, like, let's just be a little more gentle on ourselves. And just because we might be feeling a little more anxious or a little more depressed or needing more sleep or being a little fearful, there's something about it that's kind of normal. And because of the last year that we've had, a lot of people have gone through minor to major transformations. So I just wanted to impart that. I am getting a full workup, a blood test, just checking everything that I think could contribute to the factors that I'm experiencing. But I don't want to rely all on the physicalness of it, that there doesn't always have to be a physical realization of the way we're feeling, but it's always good to get that checked out. The other story I wanted to tell you was about a friend of mine, Karundi Daniels, and she's an amazing person. She is a healer. She was in the military. She was a past chef. She worked for generals. She has a very colorful life, and she owns a massage slash healing modality center in Columbus, Georgia. And when we used to visit Connor there, I used to go and see Karundi, get a really good massage, and just really had some wonderful conversations with her. Well, pre COVID, she had decided that she was going to go on a year-long journey to different countries and learn about their cultures, learn about the people, learn about different healing modalities to expand her experiences. Well, lo and behold, now I don't know the exact story as far as which countries she visited before COVID, but I do know that Mexico was involved in Bali, Asia, Costa Rica, did I mention that? And Peru. And I do believe when she was in Peru, that's when she was affected by COVID, not her personally, but the fact that she couldn't leave the country. And she was in a remote location in the jungle with several other people, but not a lot of people. And she was there for several months. So, and then her travel plans got skewed because she was trying to get back to the United States and she had to cut her other trips short because she couldn't travel to these other countries. So she came back. Now she's more engaged with her business that she owns in Columbus, Georgia. but she's also making plans to finish her journey, visiting different countries and learning from the different communities and the people and the modalities of healing there. And I thought, wow, what a strong person. And what a surprise. Who knew that this life adventure would take a turn to make her uh, be stuck in one place? I'm sure she learned a lot doing that. And I saw something online that she had posted. I've got it right here because I printed it out. And it was a post from Karundi, and it says, Karundi Daniels is feeling human. And I'm going to read this to you. She said, I'm forward moving. I'm forward thinking. I'm focused on moving mountains and slaying dragons with a loving heart and a clear mind. Everything that is behind me is just that, behind me. The sun is shining bright before me, opening up a path of extraordinary prosperity in all areas of my life. Everything I need is within me, and I speak life over every budding seed I have sown and rebuke any ill intentions that are privately thrown my way. I live a life of abundance, and when I leave the presence of others, they are left feeling loved and energized. I am complete. Isn't that a wonderful testimonial of where she is in her life? And they're pretty much like affirmations. They are spoken affirmations. And if you want, I will post this on our Facebook community page as someone that is a woman with guts and an inspiring individual who has gone through quite a transformation and is moving forward in her life. So, in conclusion, let's be happy. Let's not be so difficult on ourselves and realize that change is difficult and it's okay to be going through transitions. We all do it. And to breathe, relax, meditate, light a candle, enjoy yourself. Take 10 minutes to yourself every day. Be thankful for what you have, the people in your life, and the things that you have, and enjoy life is precious, as we know and as we've learned and gone through in the past year and a half. There's no guarantees. We just have to work on ourselves because we're all a work in progress and strive to be happy and joyful, healthy, and of course, prosperous in all areas of our lives. So, thank you for joining me today. And I look forward to your comments and your stories. And I look forward to seeing and talking to you next week. Take care. Bye.